Hello, students, my dear students. Today we are going to learn the chapter 23 Pochampalli, part 2. Yes, earlier part 1 video already you get an ideas about the story and you get a more idea about the process of making a Pochampalli sharis. So here in this video I discuss more about this chapter and question answers. At the end, I will discuss few questions. So everybody, please listen very carefully and understand the chapters so that it will be helpful for you to solve the question answers and MCQs questions. Be careful, everybody. Keep your books in front of you also, and whatever the important thing discuss, please note down. So here, Ponchampalli chapter, we already learned till now. The Muktapur village is in Pochampalli town of Andhra Pradesh. So see map properly, students. In your textbook also map is there. So everybody look at the Andhra Pradesh positions, locations of properly you have to be mark out. Most of the families in this town are what, students? Very very important. What they are? Weavers. Okay, so most of the family in these towns are weavers. That is why the special clothes that they weave is called Ponchampalli. Okay, students. So the special clothes that they weave here is called Ponchampalli. And people's most important, people learn this type of weaving from their elders. Okay, students. So weaving requires hard work and many different things have to be done. Yes, dear students, many different things have to be prepared before actually weaving. Even so, hard work, then also this craft is in danger. So today we discuss more about a craft in dangers, one topic. So everybody, page number 188, please open. Great skill. Yes, students, great skill is needed to weave such special saris. Yes, students, if you see the saris, what a great skill is required to weave such special saris. And it also takes many days of hard labor. After all this, yes, students, it is difficult to get a good price for these saris. Can you guess? Can you think, students, why? What is the exact reason behind that? The weavers are making this and they are doing hard work, so much hard works to make this beautiful clothes. They're designing and preparing. After that also, they get a less price for these saris. What is the reason behind that? Everybody think once. So here silk is becoming expensive day by day. And big shopkeepers give very little money for the saris, though they themselves sell them at very high price. So yes, students, the skill nowadays is very expensive, and whoever the big shopkeeper, they give very little money for this saris, and though they themselves sell them at a very high price. And that is why, my dear students, many weavers are giving up their family craft in danger. Yes, students. Many weavers are giving up. Point to be noted. So many are leaving their village to do work as laborers in big cities. We need to solve this problem, students. But can you tell me how? Just think out. By helping them to get a good price. Otherwise, this precious craft will be lost forever. Yes, students. So as you know that how much skill, what a great skill is needed to weave such a special saris. And it is very costly, but the main persons, weaver, who prepared this with such a hard work, with such a skill, but even that also, the weavers didn't get their money for this sari. So they get the very less money for this sari and the big shopkeepers sell them at a very high price. So this what students just think how to solve this problem, how to help them to get a better price. Now students look at here, these are the traditional craft which are learned from elders and like toy making. Yes students, toy making you see, and here itar making, wood carving is very famous in Kashmir. Okay students, so wood carving is also very famous design they are making on wood. Carpet weaving you see, this is also in Kashmir, people are making carpet in a very nice designing they create. So that's what's traditional craft students. So students see some special needles and tools are used for weaving on loom. So these are the tools used by weavers. Yes, look at the picture carefully students. Now look at this picture students, some other famous traditional craft of which state? Andhra Pradesh. Because we are learning right now the Pochampalli town which is in which state? Andhra Pradesh. Okay students, and you know very well the many places like the Pochampalli in India that are famous for making a special thing, and that's what's their name also given the name of the place. These things have been become famous by the name of the place where they are made. So here I discussed with you, my dear. So you see in this picture some traditional craft of Andhra Pradesh. First is Kondapalli. Kondapalli, you see the toys Kondapalli. So Kalamkari, it is a block painting on the cotton textile, and see Bidri. Bidri is the handicraft. The last third pictures you see student Bidri. It is the handicraft on the metals, and next you see Kuchipudi. Now look at this picture, Kuchipudi dance, which is a famous dance of Andhra Pradesh. So whatever the thing famous in this place we discuss students. Now come to the next. Now see student, if I talk, there are many places like Pochampalli in India that are famous for making some special things. So here Jammu and Kashmir students, Jammu and Kashmir you see at the top in the map, it is a Pashmina shawl. You see Pashmina shawl and many other Kashmiri embroidery students. So shawls are famous here. Now you see Himachal Pradesh Kullu shawl, and in Himachal Pradesh Kullu shawl is very famous. Uh, you see the spoon out of pure wool, well known for traditional patterns, and it is very reasonable price in that place. So every place in India that are famous for making special things, and these things have become famous by the name of the place where they are made. So understood students. Now moving to the next. Now students see one short video. So what a great skill students, such a nice shawls we right now observe from this video. So moving to next students. Here is questions. Vani and Prashad learned this beautiful craft from their family members. When they grow up, do you think they will be able to teach their children the skill of this craft? So think students and write your answer. So moving to next questions. Have you ever seen anybody weave something on a loom? What were they weaving and where? So yes or no, students, please write, and the place also you can mention. Next question, the thread of a sari are dyed. Do you know of any other things that is dyed? So students, you can by your observation you can write this answer. So first of all, I just tell you one thing, that the threads of a shari are dyed. So here students, see what is the meaning of dyeing. Dyeing is a method to add color to threads. Just like silk threads, wool is also dyed. Okay, so this is what I now you see one picture, students. So this is what the art of dyeing clothes. You must have seen your mother wearing such colorful saris of traditional design. So that was, student, you can observe carefully. Okay. Vani village. It seems as if the entire village is weaving saris. So do you know of any other work which many people living in one place do? You just write your observation, student, in this question. Do they make same articles? That also you can do it. Now next you say, find out the process of making the article. What are the different steps? So student, just observe and you can write it by your own. Next question, do man and woman do different kinds of work to make these articles? Now next question, talk to an ironsmith, a carpenter, and a potter about the nature of their work. So, ironsmith is who makes things made up of iron. Carpenter is who makes wooden articles. And potter makes earthen pots and toys. So, this is the questions. Next question here, where did they learn to do their work? So, students, write your answers. What else did, third question, what else did they need to learn to be able to do this work? So what are the things will be needed, as in the case of weavers, what the main skill they know? uh, Great hard work, labors. So these all things, and you just talk with a potters, carpenter, ironsmith of your locality, so you can get it ideas what they need to learn to be able to do this work. Write your answer by your own, students. Next questions, see students, have they taught this work to anybody in their family or to anyone's else? Yes or no, please write your answer by your own. Next questions, the table below has a list of different kinds of work that people do. Do you know people who do such work? Write their names in the first column, and the next column write from whom have they learned their work. So here students, two columns are there. Please complete this one. Like one example already given to you, cloth weaving. So name of somebody you know who does this work, Prashad and Vani parents in this story. And where did, second column, you see, where did they learn this work from their elders. So like that. So here you complete this table of page number 190. So by your observations you write it, students, and complete these tables. So here the so students, here we conclude the part 2 videos, and this chapters question answer already discussed. So everybody once again read the chapters and part 1 and part 2 video, please see, which will helpful to solve the various questions, case studies also. So read the chapters carefully, students, and now one video please watch, students. So this video is only for your knowledge purpose, so students see that video, and it's a very nice video.
I see God in every thread that I draw on the spinning wheel. Are the golden words by none other than Mahatma Gandhi, fondly called the father of the nation of India. Handloom has since ages been the thread of Indianness that every Indian is proud to don. When one talks about hand-woven fabrics, even time tends to take a pause and is tempted to turn back the pages of history by a few millennia. The discoveries trace the history of handlooms to Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, of Indus Valley civilization, dating back to 3000 BC. The first known reference to the hand-woven fabric is in Vedas. During the 13th century, Indian silk was in great demand and was bartered for dry fruits, innovative items, and machines from Western countries. Poets like Amir Khusro and others compared Indian muslins to woven air, running water, and morning dew. Sant Kabir, who himself was a weaver, immortalized Indian handloom with his dohas and songs. During India's struggle for independence in the early 1900s, Mahatma Gandhi introduced khadi as a weapon of satyagraha to offer concrete expression to the Swadeshi spirit. With his Swadeshi call, Indian handloom regained its life only to continue its vibrant second innings in modern times. At present, handloom is the second largest profession next to agriculture in India. Millions of looms across the country are engaged in weaving cotton, silk, and other natural fibers. A glimpse of a few of them is enough to satiate the appetite of fashion connoisseurs. Starting with the northern Himalayan region of the country, since the 15th century, the Kashmir shawl has been an essential part of tradition and culture of this wintry paradise. The Kani shawls, made from Kashmir's hand-woven traditional handloom art, are world-renowned for their finesse. Small wooden spools known as Kani in Kashmiri are used for weaving it. This art is a work of patience besides tremendous skill and effort. An artisan can weave not more than 1 inch per day. It is patience woven in threads. The handloom art of the northern plains of India that cannot be missed when handlooms are the topic of conversation is brocade of Varanasi. The fabric has made a special place for itself as its artistic nature adds to the ancientness and spirituality of this heavenly city. Brocade came into vogue with the advent of Mughal culture in Varanasi. Though hand weaving of clothes were in tradition since the Vedic age, with the arrival of Mughals and the Persian art style, it became more popular. Progressing towards the east of the country, Nuapatna Ikat is the handloom art form that is bound to attract interest. Hailing from Nuapatna village of Cuttack district, Odisha, this tie and dye or ikat form is called as bandha in Odia. More than 8,000 people in this village start their daily activities with the sound of artistic ikat weaving. The artist weavers here try to decorate and translate their thought process into the sari or fabric they are weaving. History suggests that ikat technique has existed since 800 years. The artist transfers his concept onto plain paper. Contemporary designs and art, and designs relating to Lord Jagannath Temple are seen widely nowadays. The animals, birds, flora and fauna, temple structures, etc., are taken as the source of ikat designs. Progressing further towards the northeastern part of India, the sight of women weaving the very famous Muga silk of Assam, the golden yarn only available in India in the whole world, surely catches your eye. For Muga silk, Assamese women rear Muga worms as semi-domestic creatures. The food habits of these worms are different. They feed on the leaves of the sualu tree. At one point, they descend to the ground from the trees on their own. It is believed that at this stage they are grown enough to produce fiber. Muga silk is produced from this fiber, which is basically the cocoon of the Muga worm. This fiber is then treated to extract the golden thread that is known as the Muga silk. With this beautifully shiny silk, the weavers weave attractive garments like mekhla chadar with exquisite designs. Moving down south, Kanchipuram is handloom art that has never failed to make a mark over the ages. Handloom in this temple town of Kanchi in Tamil Nadu has a divine history. It is believed that a sage named Markanda weaved the first silk sari for goddess Kamakshi, the reigning deity of the town. Kanchivaram silk saris are known for their shine, compact texture, and quality. The traditional designs are inspired by temple sculptures. The pure mulberry silk is procured from Mysore and zari from Surat. The traditional handlooms are woven with throw shuttle loom using adai, porwai, and patni techniques to make contrasts in body, borders, and pallus. The process includes threading, weaving, dyeing, punch card designing, and computer designing. Proceeding towards the western ghats of the country, Paithani handloom craft from Maharashtra is another handloom wonder one comes across. One of the most celebrated hand-woven textiles. The Paithani saris are zari saris hand-woven with wonderful designs and borders. Made from a very fine silk, it is considered as one of the richest saris in Maharashtra. Paithani is characterized by borders of an oblique square design and a pallu with a peacock design. A Paithani sari is classified by three criteria: motifs, weaving, and colors. The art of Paithani silk fabric is so enticing that lately it is being used for various Western attires and is proudly displayed by top-notch fashion designers from all over the world. These traditional textiles that are indigenous to India have won their way into the hearts of millions of men, women, and the finest of international fashion designers. With new initiatives, the future for the Indian textile industry looks promising.
So that's all for today, class students. Revise the chapters well and solve the question answers. So here we finish, here conclude the part 2 videos. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe, and study well.